Hey peeps, this is Kizm. I've never thought I'd have to put such a disclaimer at the start of my video, but I'm going to have to. In this video, we're going to be discussing the statements made by a community manager for Dead by Daylight. The name is obviously going to be uncensored because it's already circulated extensively in the community. So I think it's a bit pointless and kind of virtue signaling to try and censor it because it is immediately findable. I do want to say, I will be heavily critiquing the statements made. I think some statements were made as unprofessionally as possible and in poor taste. I think some statements speak to the corporate line at BHVR Interactive that is a fundamental failure of its community and consumers. However, I'm sure the person behind these statements as an individual is a lovely person and they don't deserve any hate, any spiteful replies, any harassment on probably their personal social media. None of that is at all correct, fine, nor if you're a frustrated, angry player, will that get you anything you want. The point of outrage is making a stink that the developers cannot ignore. But if you make the community managers, the people who tell the development team, the executives specifically, how things are going, mad and ostracize them, you are going to most likely get the opposite effect of what you want. So, without further ado, thank you first for supporting me on Patreon, blah, 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 more about that later. Recently, the worst Dead by Daylight patch in a long time is released, the Walking Dead patch. I've critiqued it substantially. I'm going to critique it more in the future. However, today is a special day because there's been a situation that I think is the worst PR situation BHVR has ever had. Essentially, there are many extremely game-breaking exploits in the game right now. And BHVR have made a statement through their community manager that no, they don't care, those are not game breaking. And I'm not going to pick apart most of these statements. Most of these statements say, oh, they're not game breaking, and oh, there are fucking other problems. Apparently, there are other fucking problems, so they want Killswitch streetwise. Killswitch, all of these problems, I don't care. I'm going to get angry in this episode because I think it is a fundamental fucking embarrassment. I've paid extensively for this game, and BHVR every year has the nerve to say, labor of love, please donate us on Steam. And then they're like, you know what, we introduced the Killswitch feature for game-breaking bugs, but unless it crashes the game, it is not worthy of a Killswitch. Actually, no, sometimes we'll still Killswitch characters, like Houndmaster moves at 150% movement speed, or when Nemesis could move at infinite movement speed with Flavor of Food, will Killswitch Rose. But if Oni can, for example, lunge while carrying infinitely, or, I don't know, we have Trickster causing people epilepsy, none of those are going to get kill switched. Get in, has a crash, okay, we'll kill switch it, everything else, no. The game is fundamentally unplayable. And there is no consistent messaging on whether or not the people who are exploiting things are getting banned. From what I've heard from the official Dead by Daylight response, no. But from what I've heard from people who did get banned, yes. So you fucked up on the messaging again. You don't have a clear policy for anything. And when people come to you that, hey, the game is broken, and the tool you have for resolving this situation in the current fucking state without releasing a patch, where you can mitigate your game being unplayable. You can kill switch the things that are broken. Your response is first to belittle everyone who gives you that feedback. To say that there are other problems that they are not concerned with. And that you are holier than thou. And you have the fucking gall to say that we as a community are not focusing on the right things. After the community responds with rightful outrage, but for some fucking reason you are not using the kill switch feature. You, in a professional manner, as you are in a professional position, I'm sure you are fine as an individual, but as a professional fucking response, notion to say that telling the community you have the ability to kill switch broken things in your game was a mistake is a fucking insult. This is an insult. You are saying the community is too stupid. But we are stupid and arrogant and entitled for the notion that you should use your own tools that you can easily use to make sure that the experience of your paid game that is one of the highest grossing games monthly on Steam can be fucking remotely enjoyable. That can be playable without the exploits that completely ruin it. But no, the community is entitled and should have never been told that you can't do things. In fact, the community should accept everything as it is and please buy more of our skins. By the way, did you know this exact patch, the progression in the Rift got fucking fucked up again? Remember how I made a video a while back that the Rift grind is getting worse? Well, actually, they made it worse again. They reduced the payouts for all our Rift tiers, fragments-wise, and they had 4 daily quests. So now you really have to do daily quests. You have to log in every day to grind. You can't just log in late into the Rift and then do the battle pass with all of those quests. No, your ass has to fucking log in every fucking day in our fucking little game that we can't even kill switch things in. We won't kill switch things in. You know why? Because fuck you. You are entitled for thinking that when we are selling a product, we should do reasonable and easy and low-cost things that make our product better. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is one of the worst player relations moments I've seen in a long, long while. Probably the worst player relations moment I've ever seen from Dead by Daylight. Every other response from a community manager, from a developer, could be excused as incompetence or, I don't know, disattachment to players. To react to the fact your game is broken with the notion that the players shouldn't know you can do things about it? To react to the notion that the players are frustrated, you employ constant unclear guidelines regarding killing switching things in the game that are exploits and not exploits, and that you have extremely unclear guidelines whether or not exploits that destroy the game are bannable or not. The notion that you respond to that and call out the players for the expectation that you as a game developer might do the bare fucking minimum for your game is insulting. And I God fucking hope so. I am never, ever going to record a video like this again. Because I have legitimately never been this pissed off by Dead by Daylight. Or a behavior. You've done tons of scummy things, don't get me wrong, but did piss me off royally. But at least those were like, I don't know, corporate evil, incompetence, being out of touch with your player base. You have, in a professional manner, one of your community managers, this is your job. This is your job, this is your professional failure. Tell the community that we should shut the fuck up and we should never know anything about this game. Gee, golly gee. I love this quality of life initiative. It seems it's a quality of life initiative for behavior's pockets. And besides that, it is nothing else. So, you know what? If you were planning spending money on Dead by Daylight, don't. This company deserves nothing from you. This company deserves nothing but outrage. This company deserves nothing but constant outrage. Because this is just the fucking final nail in the coffin of the things they've been recently doing. I'm going to soon have a video discussing that the quality of life initiative so far has been a PR stunt. And I'm going to go in depth discussing it. And for this specific incident, I will once again stress, the community managers themselves, however a fucking professional failure they have been on this matter, an absolute professional failure, I can excuse that they relay the corporate line of behavior and the vision of the developers, however stupid and insane it might all be. I will excuse all of those comments. I believe that it is just a case of don't shoot the messenger. But we should have never told the players that the Killswitch feature is a thing, that is on you. Not as a person, but that is on you as an employee, as a community manager of Behavior Interactive. That is your personal failure. And that is a gigantic fucking failure. I don't care, I'm sorry, how frustrated you are. I may care on a pathetic human interpersonal basis. But as a consumer of Dead by Daylight, made by Behavior Interactive, I couldn't give less of a shit. I couldn't give less of a shit because, holy fuck, I spend my money on this game. And your response when we rightfully complain that you are intentionally leaving the game broken is, shut up, you shouldn't know anything about it. And shut up, we know better. That takes some kind of insane unprofessional standards. So, yeah, once again, please do not harass this person, but please call out this as a complete and utter failure of Dead by Daylight at large, and Behavior Interactive as a company. For this to be a thing that the community manager can say, even though I believe the Killswitch comment specifically at the end about it not being a thing that players should have been told, I believe that is a personal unprofessionalism. This employee specifically, in my opinion, should be reprimanded. I'm sorry. I believe that in order to produce such a comment in the first place, that is a fundamental failure. Failure. At all stages, and specifically at the executive level. We should not be content with bug fixes. We should not be content even with an apology. The fucking Dead by Daylight team should put out a fucking roadmap, delay all their fucking content, and sort out the absolute piece of garbage we've served up to the community with the gall to call it a quality of life initiative. With the gall to call their game a labor of love. Because so far, the only attitude I've seen towards the community is a fucking disdain for it. They take us for fucking fools. They take us for easy fools. They take us for easy money. And that is the only attitude that Behavior as a company has. I am sure specific and local employees of Dead by Daylight have other opinions. I'm sure they're lovely people. But corporations are corporations, and Behavior Interactive so far, and especially lately, have shown they don't care even in the slightest. And that they are aggressively insulting us. And I will not stand for this shit. You think I was fucking negative on you before? No, you pissed me off now. I'm going to be properly fucking negative. Anyway, not a video I typically make, not a video I enjoy really making, but the fucking fire in me of rage is definitely going. Thank you for just supporting me on Patreon. There's a bunch of benefits, blah blah. If you want to support my stuff, I usually make more in-depth stuff, but right now I'm bubbling over with rage, and I want to get this video out. It's going to be a Patreon exclusive, hopefully later today. If not, then tomorrow. And then hopefully another to follow up very soon. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, peeps. Tell me your thoughts on this whole disaster in the comments. And again, please don't harass specific developers. This is a corporate problem at large. But until next time, I bid you adieu.
Well, would you look at that? A fun killer design. I'm sure BHVR won't change it down the line. This is an update of the lowest percentile. Get anyone on the map, team. Tell me what the fuck is this tile? Once again, a change by us all unrequested. This did not turn out how a dev note suggested. Anyone involved in this design should be arrested. Here's the deep dive. I'm losing my shit! In what world is that a fucking it? Alright, no, that's it. I quit!